Bertemu kembali, tidak lama lagi akan berlangsungnya kejohanan hoki Piala Sultan Azlan Shah 2013 di Ipoh. Dan bagi membincangkan perkembangan terkini skuad hoki kebangsaan, sama kami di studio hari ini adalah Ketua Jurulatih Skuad Hoki Kebangsaan iaitu Paul Revington. Welcome to Sukan Awani Ekstra.
Thank you.
Okay, how is the preparation for your team and the build-up for the upcoming tournament Sultan Azlan Shah Cup?
We've had, 5-6 weeks worth of training since the start of the new year. After 3 weeks we had a series of games against Ireland, which went off very well. We've got a couple of games against New Zealand in a week's time, and after 6 weeks worth of training and games, we should be in good shape.
So since taking over the team last year, and how do you see the recent performance Champions Challenge 1 and also the Asian Champions Trophy in Doha?
I think both events, the team performed pretty well. In Champions Challenge 1, we finished equal the highest position that we have done as a country. In Doha, we used additional squad members and still managed to finish third overall, getting good results against Pakistan and India. And overall, we've had a squad of 30. We used, 27 players between those two events, and still putting good performances. So we're pretty pleased with how we've started. I
love seeing your team picks where you call back some former internationals into the team. What's the major reason behind it?
Well, I think the major reason has been that they performed very well in the MHL, which for me is always an indication of who are the best players in Malaysia. And at the end of the MHL, those players with a lot of caps and a lot of experience were still the guys that were performing well, and they were rewarded with a recall.
So when talking about the recent test match against Ireland, one thing that comes to mind is the conversion of the penalty corners. What can you say about that?
I would say that we probably haven't spent as much time on penalty corners in training, so not that it wouldn't be a surprise. We've got good penalty corner specialists, and we know that once we've got our fundamentals in place from a game point of view, the next week and a half, 2 weeks leading up to the event, when we're not running as much and training as much on the pitch, we'll be doing more penalty corners. So I'll still be confident that during the Azlan Shah Cup, the conversion rate will be back where it should be.
Last year in Ipoh, Malaysia finished 6th out of 17 without Australia in that lineup. But this year, how do you see the prospect of all the teams that competing for the Sultan Azlan Shah Cup 2013?
Again, I think we, world ranking-wise, will be towards the bottom end of the group. But I think our objectives, again, will be performance-based. And I've said a few times that if we get all the fundamental areas performing well, as we did in Champions Challenge 1 and in Doha, generally when those fundamental areas are performed well, the results normally come with the performance. So I know this is a cliche saying going game for game, but within each game there'll be performance objectives that we'll need to meet.
Okay, Raf, talking about the local hockey scene, there's a junior hockey league still going on. Do you see any outstanding players from that tournament that can be brought into the senior team later?
Yeah, I would say jumping from the junior hockey league straight into the senior team would be quite a big jump. I think the first stepping stone would need to be into the junior under-21 team, which is very, very important, and an important feeder system for the senior side. So I'm sure Coach Dharma and Gobi and Aslan Bakar and the junior team, as they prepare for their Junior World Cup, this MHL, Junior MHL, will be of significant importance to them.
Okay, your personal opinions on Faisal Sari and S. Kumar, who are currently playing their trade in Hockey India League?
Both are good international players, and they've deserved their call up into the Indian Hockey League, and I was delighted for both of them. I think the Hockey League in India is a good concept, and from a hockey perspective, where there's finance and putting the best players involved together in a 5-6 week period is a really good concept. And hopefully, as time goes on and our Malaysian side gets better and better, there'll be more Malaysian players that are headhunted and recruited for that league.
Okay, right, before we go into our second break, how do you see your performance so far in building up the team, especially for the World Cup qualifiers and also the Asian Cup?
I think over a 3-month period we've made some really fast improvements here, and as long as the coaching staff keep demanding players to improve quickly and to think and to work hard, our performance is going to continue to rise. So the Azlan Shah Cup now will be a good indicator for us to see exactly where we're at, and yeah, from there I'm confident that moving towards the World League and the Asia Cup, this team will continue to grow.
Okay, Raf, thank you time for sharing opinion with Sukan Awani Ekstra. Hope to see you again. All the best to your team in the Sultan Azlan Cup. Okay, baiklah, Sukan Awani Ekstra akan berehat sekali lagi dan kita akan kembali semula selepas ini.